Hello, Internet. Welcome to All Things YouTube. The live show is about to start. If you're watching this as a rerun, the countdown timer is about to come on. Don't worry about that. If you're watching on a rerun, just fast forward through it. I won't care. And as always, I will have a hot mic during the countdown timer, so you never know what's going to happen. Let's see if I can switch this to the bald spot cam, because I know people like the bald spot cam. There we go. And we'll kick on some audio jams while we wait. Give people a sneak peek here. Uh-oh. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. You remember me. I'm Matt Haas. This is the All Things YouTube live show. I am so glad you're here. This is going to be an awesome show. I have a special guest on deck. I'm about to introduce you to him. It's Mr. Mark Lindsay CNC. He's going to pop on here in a moment. So please go ahead and share this show out. Let everyone know that Mark Lindsay is going to be with us today. They will be glad you said, hey, come watch this show, because it's going to be awesome. Who do we have here in the house with us? Portal Woodworks is here. Hi, Portal. Brenda G's Designs. Hello, Brenda G. Harneel Media. That's my friend, Mr. Steve Nealon. Jim Bashirs is here. My guest that's going to be on camera is here. That's Mark Lindsay CNC. Love Audio Production, Paul Weber. Hello, all the way from the UK, merry old England. So happy everyone is here. Don't forget about the Facebook group. Search these terms on Facebook and join that group. It's a free place for you to get support and share your stuff around. Oh my goodness. Jim Dockrell's here. Morning, morning. Is there a mod in the house? Got to keep an eye on him. Just kidding. You know we love you, Jim. And what else we got going on? There's a couple ways you can support me. Use this tip feature. There's a link in the description, and it's also really tiny right there. Takes credit card, takes PayPal. Almost all of the money gets to be retained by the creator. It's super friendly. And here's a fun tip. You can choose whatever name you want to go here. It'll appear here on the screen if you use that. Also have a Patreon. That's great. Get in on all the perks that are available. Let's take a look at what we got. Top patrons, Jerry Brown, Harneel Media, Love Audio Production, Osprey Mama, Driveway Workshop. Thank you for being top patrons. If you want to be a patron, I'll shout your stuff out and show your stuff. Isn't that cool? And on email newsletters, this comes out. One more thing about being a patron, you'll make me do work. I'll have to redo this graphic and fit you in here. Isn't that going to be fun? Hey, don't worry, I won't mind. $1 patrons, Steve Carmichael, Miter Mike's Woodshop, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Hobbies Woodshop, Marcel's Workshop, and The Bad Maker. Special thanks to Makers Media Network with the special tilted logo. Yes, that costs extra. I'm a proud member of Makers Media Network, and so is Mark Lindsay CNC. He is a proud member of Makers Media Network as well. He's coming on here in a moment. Hashtag not sponsored. Find out more at makersmedianetwork.com. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How am I doing all of this fancy stuff? Hey, it's Ecamm. I'm an affiliate. Use this to get your free trial. When you're ready to buy, use that again. It'll throw me some pennies, same price for you. I'd love to see that come through. So go get that, people. Oh, the course. Don't forget the course. I made a course. 32 lessons are free. They're not going to be free for very much longer. So lock in on the free tier that's going to last forever if you get in on the free tier. But go ahead and allthingsyoutube.com. Get the 32 video lessons for free on how to be awesome on YouTube. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Oh, look at this. My moderator's here. This is I've promoted this person to moderator. Matt, how do you become moderator on All Things YouTube? Well, have the word Matt Haas in your channel name, and that'll give you a greater statistical advantage of being a moderator. Adam's Exploits is here. Hi, Adam. How are you? Oh, my goodness. Who isn't in this group, says Jim Bashirs. I know, right? Get in on that. Here it is. Boom. Go find it. All right. Let me introduce to you my guest for this evening, and I have to take some mix minus off. Boom. Basically, I have to unmute him before he comes on. He's unmuted now. Here he is, Mr. Mark Lindsay CNC. Say hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark. How goes it, everybody?
Glad you're on the show.
Never give me a straight line, Matt. Come on.
Just a heads up, we're using a different technology to get Mark's image on here, so it might be just a slightly bit delayed, but hey, we're glad he's here. We can see you, we can hear you, and that's awesome. So
perfect.
Welcome to the show. Now, let me set this up. Mark showed me how to do something. And that's right, I don't know how to do everything, But he's like, Matt, this is something you ought to be doing, and it's really cool. And I'm like, well, show me how. And he did. I'm like, I got to put this on All Things YouTube so the whole world can see. And it's a technique that will get you more eyeballs on your videos. Who doesn't want more views? And it's only a couple clicks, and it has to do with closed captioning. Mark, why don't you give us a summary of this awesome tip?
Well, basically, if you already do closed captioning, that is the first step, and that is the hardest step. Within a few hours of you posting a video, YouTube will do automatic closed captions. And what I discovered was they were pretty rotten, and sometimes they can get pretty comical. So I download those closed captions, I edit them, do spelling corrections, grammar corrections, and I re-upload them. Well, what I didn't know was that I could use some auto-translate features within YouTube to translate those closed captions into other languages. When I came across that, well, I'll just let you whet your appetite with that. So
yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk a little bit about why you would want to do this. And YouTube loves to know everything there is to know about your video because YouTube wants to push that out on the interface to people it suspects might click on it, because YouTube's always tracking. It tracks everything you've clicked on for every user, so it knows what users are out there. Right. Now, for it to understand your video, it does the automatic closed captions. But if you tweak those automatic closed captions and correct them, that's a signal to YouTube that the owner of the channel took an action to make those better. It doesn't have to be substantial changes. It just has to be any change. It just has to recognize you've changed it. And then once that happens, and YouTube considers it to be more stable, it will consider pushing it out to people who have English as a second language. Mark and I both are English speakers, obviously. Right. Because not everyone has English as the primary language. And what Mark did is just, it accelerates that process. So you might have an uptick in users who speak Spanish or speak French or speak German. And who doesn't want more users? And Mark he's got the receipts. Like he can prove that this is actually happening. And for the size of his channel and the number of extra views he's getting from people who turn on those closed captions, because YouTube tracks everything, they know if someone's watching your video with the German closed captions turned on, and right. there's dollar amount. He's earning more money because of this. So correct. Closed captions, that's not the sexiest thing, but I swear it'll get you more views.
Yes, it will. And in fact, as it turns out, 20% of my viewers are using closed captions, because it's not just the hearing impaired or the deaf who are using closed captions. There are a lot of people with perfectly good hearing who are in an environment where they can't turn up the audio, or they can't use headphones, or something else is going on around them. They see that CC logo that lights up under that video. They can hit those closed captions and read along and follow. So people watch videos with closed captions in doctors' offices, in libraries, all over the place. They no longer have to worry about volume. And 20% of my views coming with closed captions, that's a large demographic. I mean, that's a large percentage of my viewers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
flip it around. Would you like to have 20% fewer viewers watch your videos?
Oh, seriously. I mean, and that's not to say that all 20% of those people need them, but they are using it. So I may or may not get those viewers if I had those closed captions, or if I didn't have those closed captions, excuse me.
Yeah. 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 Hey, we're all about getting as many eyeballs on your video as possible. And who doesn't have 4 clicks? Like, come on, who can do 4 clicks? Okay, so let's take a look at your technique, and we'll flip over here and get you ready for full screen demo here. So one moment here while we do that. We'll click over, and I'll make
And
myself go
I will
away.
share my screen right now
Yep, go for it.
and remove you from it. No offense.
I'll
Be,
move
Before I
myself
get
around.
into this, the way I decided which languages to translate into, I went into my channel-wide analytics and went over here to audience and
Mm-hmm.
then came down and looked at top geographies. And if I go ahead and click on see more, it opens this up. And naturally, as you would expect, I have the English speaking nations first,
Yep.
but then I started noticing an uptick in Germany, the Netherlands, India, Italy, Indonesia. Now, Italy is new to this list. I don't know where they come from. So I'm going to rethink um, and possibly add Italy to my languages.
Okay.
So it was just taking the top 5 and then eventually 6, then 7,
I'm gonna zoom up
and
on these for the folks.
translating those closed captions over.
Look at that.
So
That's crazy. So,
yeah,
oh, and
it
you're
is.
channel
It's
wide
just
now? Is
nuts.
this channel wide?
This is channel wide for
Okay,
the last 28 days. Yes.
got it.
So
Well,
if
hold
when I,
on. Can you go back? I mean,
oh, sure.
think about this, folks. So for 20 now, Mark's got how many subscribers? 25,000.
Yes, 25,000. I just went over 25,400.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, AdSense. Let's talk about AdSense. You get per 1,000 views, you get what, $3 or something like that. So Netherlands, there's 1,061. That's $3. Germany, $3 and change. Australia, $3 and change. You know, it's it's not nothing, is what I'm saying.
No, it's not nothing. And I'm a small channel.
Yeah,
Let's be honest. In the overall grand scheme of things, 25,000 is pretty small,
yeah.
especially when you're talking about people with millions and millions and millions. But when you look at um, Germany, that's 1,270 views I wouldn't have gotten without these closed captions. More than likely, I can't say that exactly, but 1.4% of my views are coming from Germany. And the closed captions translated into German does help. So,
Cool.
and the the countries that I have pushed the closed captions into their language, those countries are all towards the top. So, and looking at it now, I need to add a few. So I may be doing more, but I may not necessarily have to do that. And I'll show you exactly what I mean here in just a second.
Okay.
Um, the the way I do my closed captions is I just go into the video details for the video, and if you want me to go through
Yep.
this, I can, Matt.
Let's do a quick
Um,
demo of the process to show people
okay,
how
all right.
easy it is.
I did a 6-second video just for this, and after it gets finished, it uploads and it processes and everything else. Right here, YouTube does automatic closed captions, and this is on the video details page. You just click the 3 dots, and one of your options is to download it. I've already done that. I saved it in a folder. I save it as an SBV file. Now you have a choice. There are 3 or 4 different formats you can download it as, but I go with SBV just simply because that's what I have the most experience with. Then I load that file into my word processor, and this is what it looks like. That's all I said on this video, and this is the timing of the closed captions,
Yep.
starting at this time hack and running to this time hack. Well, it put all the words into one group, so I'll just go through and I'll edit it, and I'll do spelling and grammar and everything else.
Yeah, Ryan has a question. He says, so you can
Okay.
go back to old videos and do this, or is it specific
Yes.
date? Yes. Any
No,
video you
you
have in
can.
your catalog, you can do it.
Every video you have in your catalog that YouTube has generated automatic closed captions for, you can download them and edit them. All of them. So some of them, I'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of them may be difficult to do. Now, based on time, I don't really have a whole heck of a lot of time to do this. Normally, I would do capitalization and punctuation, etc. I'll go ahead and I'll save that file with all my changes, then come back into YouTube and upload without timing. Then continue, navigate to it. Oh boy, where'd I put it?
Well, why choose the without timing? Because it did have the timestamps automatically in it.
If you choose with timing, it will sometimes glitch and it won't take all of those time marks. When you upload without timing, it looks at those time marks and it uses them to help place where the captions are supposed to go.
Got it.
But it also has its own little algorithm. It helps decide where it's going to go.
Okay.
So if you choose with timing, it may or may not work for you. But without timing, I've never had a failure yet.
Excellent. Thank you.
So I've got the English by you is what I just uploaded, and then you have to click save. It then publishes those closed captions. So now, still within this video, I can come over to subtitles, and we have the automatic closed captions, then we have the closed captions I just uploaded.
Yep. Now, just to note, the automatic is always going to be there. You can't really get rid of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then my process is I come in here and I edit, I adjust the timeline, and get that all synced up so that everything is perfect. And as you can see, they have extra hard returns in here that I go through and remove, and things of that nature. And remove the time signature on that. And we're all set and ready to go. Oh, wait a minute. Get over here. There. We're all set and ready to go. I have edited my closed captions and retimed my closed captions, and everything is fine. I'll publish those. Then once they are published, I can come down here and add a language.
Now, this is where it gets easy, folks.
This is where it's real easy. So we've got our closed captions edited. This is the hard part. Once that is done, we'll just come over here and we'll count the clicks. 1 click to add language. 2 clicks to add Dutch. 3 clicks to click add. 4 clicks to auto-translate. 5 clicks to publish, and it's done.
And the auto-translate is taking the edited English and auto-translate it.
It is taking the edited English closed captions and translating them into Dutch, and then when I hit publish, they are published.
Yep, I noticed that because when I did this process, the automatic closed caption misspells my last name. So I correct my last name and upload it. And when I was doing this technique, it was using the corrected last name. So I know it's picking up the edited English.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I would strongly recommend that everyone edit that English somehow.
Yes.
Change a period, obviously go through it and fix everything. That's what I recommend. Right. But if you want to shortcut the system, change something, just something. Okay.
Now, something that I have tried and experiment with one video is you can also go in and you can add translated title and description.
Yeah, that's the pro move right there, Mark.
But you can't do that within YouTube. You have to have a translator open and go in and, copy your title and then translate it, and then copy your description and then translate that, and then come back and add.
Right. That's a very it's a more manual type process, right?
Right. And that's as it sits right now. That could change at any time, and I really hope it does change, because I would love to be able to auto translate my title and description. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And all that does is that helps just the language of the closed captions. They will start to now push this in French speaking countries.
And that's
and
the
in
key.
Dutch speaking countries.
That's the key right there. They'll start to push it. And that's what you want
Exactly.
as a channel owner. You want it to be pushed out.
Exactly. And let me go back over here to the details and show you something else. And this is something that I was not aware of. I've just copied a link to this video. I'll now open it up in another browser window and let it load. Oh, come on. I've got it muted here. All right. So now if I come down here and look at CC and click on closed captions to start the captions. I don't know if you saw it or not, but up here it said use the gear for other languages. I click the gear, go to subtitles, and there are the two other languages that I added. But down here, they also now have auto translate because I have modified those closed captions and translated them once. They can click on auto translate and go to any language here. And that's where all these views from Italy and Indonesia are now coming from, because they will translate into those languages. Well, if I go ahead and do that and put them into Italian now, myself, you see it's done. But if I do that, and they no longer have to do this, they will now see it in Italian.
It's all about convenience to your users. Yeah, I got it.
Yes, it's 100% convenience to the user. And believe me when I say I have received more emails and more messages through my website thanking me for going through and doing this in other language than I ever would have expected. I really had no idea this would be so appreciated. And it's showing up in the views. I mean, there are the numbers.
Without a doubt. That's money, folks. That's real cash.
It is.
And you saw it. It took him a handful of clicks to do this. Why wouldn't you do it? There's no reason not to.
5 clicks, and nobody was more surprised than I. So, so if there, and I'm willing to take any question that anybody has on it. I mean, it's
excellent.
I'm a very firm believer in closed captioning because I've seen the results. So,
okay, any questions for Mark Lindsay on this topic? We had a funny question. It says, will it translate Klingon for Al Forte?
Yes, it will, Al.
Kapla!
Let me go in and make sure that I'm correct here. And I'm not screen sharing, so you won't be able to see.
That's okay. Yeah, you confirm that.
Let me go in here and make sure.
No way. Jim says he saw Ferengi. Jim Bashir's. Oh, maybe that was Finnish, he said. Ferengi. Yes, give me some of that gold pressed latinum.
Let me go back into my... let me see. I don't see it on the list of auto translate, but let me go back into the add language. And in add language, there is, see, that's with a K, right? Yeah. Yes, there is Klingon, and I am willing to screen share if you want to see it.
I believe you, Mark. That's not necessary.
Okay.
Ryan says, can you do these changes on an iPad / mobile?
You know, I do not know about the mobile app. I use PC only. So I am really not sure about the mobile app.
There's the mobile app for, no, that's a horrible view of it, but good questions. Let's see.
Yes,
Videos,
very much so. Oddly enough, they don't have Ferengi.
I don't
they
think
do
you
have
can.
Esperanto.
It was Finnish. He actually said it was Finnish, not Ferengi.
Oh.
No, this is not available on the mobile app. It's only through the browser on a computer. See, Jim Bashir knows what's up. Klingon, score.
Yeah, just as a little pro tip here, just to give you fair warning, Oh, never mind. I forgot. I forgot
Okay,
where
well,
my train of thought got derailed, and I forgot where I was going
we
with
can
that.
take this question from Jim Bashirs. Can you
Okay.
re-edit videos while doing this? If you trim your video in any way, trim the front, trim the back, trim the middle, all closed captions go away, I believe.
Yeah, you have to redo the closed
You have to
captions.
redo the closed captions. So, yeah,
Yeah.
the system's not smart enough to. So you take off the first minute of video, it will also take off the first minute of closed caption. It does not. It does not do that. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, John Ventrini is here. Hi, John. Welcome to All Things YouTube. We just had a demo from Mark Lindsay to do 4 clicks to get you more eyeballs from people who have English as a second language. And with his analytics, it's like serious. It's actually money. He's actually earning money from AdSense by doing this.
Thank you, Steve, for reminding me. That's what I was going to say. The bonus pro tip: if you have a WordPress website and you're referring people to your website, there is a plugin that will allow you to translate your website into all of those languages as well.
WordPress started doing that automatically, or maybe it was the theme I was using, but I
It may
noticed.
be the theme, but some themes you do have to add it, and other themes it is automatic.
Yeah, I pay for a premium theme called Divi, and I've noticed on my WordPress updates, it does the modules, and then it has a whole thing of languages that it tweaks. It always throws out the language. Sometimes there's so many languages, I have to scroll to get to the complete button. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, it crashed, but no, it just says so many languages. It was.
Yeah, yeah. And it just what?
Sorry, Adam's like Quark is upset. Quark is a Ferengi on Star Trek. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, if you know the language, I mean, come on.
Oh, here we go. Jim Dockrell. Is there a way to group all the languages you want to translate so it takes less clicks? Well, Jim, come on. No. The answer's no.
Yeah, not that I know of.
You have to select each language individually and touch 3 buttons. If that's too much for you, I mean, hey, I do appreciate that sentiment, though. I do, let's make it as easy as possible.
Well, let me put it to you this way. This is how quickly you can do this, especially if you already have the closed captions done. I had an email from a young man, and I say young man because he was 14 years old. And he asked, he does speak another language. He's in Turkey, and he asked if I would do the translations in Turkish. And I said, yes, I can add it to that list. That's no problem. I'll start doing them in Turkish as well. I said, however, do know that I have about 180 videos that are closed captioned. So it's going to take me a while to go back and auto-translate all 180 of those videos. And he said, okay, he appreciated it and he would be patient. When I sat down to do them one Saturday morning with a cup of coffee in my hand, I was finished in 20 minutes.
Oh,
180 videos I auto-translated in 20 minutes.
That's amazing.
So if you have already been doing closed captions, you're ahead of the game. It's 5 clicks to add those other languages. And do get into your analytics. Look at where your viewers are and translate to those languages. And I never made an announcement. These people discovered this on their own.
That's what's great about YouTube. YouTube pushes it out for sure. Jim needs a clarification. If I re-edit a video and repost it, does it pop up as a new video in the subscribers feed? Yes, it will be another URL. It'll be another web address up on your channel. What we were talking about earlier is if you use the inbuilt editing tools of YouTube to clip a chunk out of your video. If you're not using the inbuilt editor in the YouTube studio and you re-upload a video that you've tweaked, it treats it as a new upload. It'll do new automatic closed captions. It'll be fresh and clean and just like you would expect. So, yeah.
Right. Now, having said that, I don't know if YouTube will go back and generate new automatic closed captions.
If it's a new video upload, it will.
Yeah. Well, on a new video upload, yes. But
That's
I
what he's
mean,
talking about.
if you use YouTube's
It's
built-in editor
7:30.
and you take out a minute and then save that, I don't know if YouTube will come back and regenerate new closed captions.
I suspect they don't. We'll just say that.
Okay.
It's once and
So
done.
if
So they're
that's
like,
the case, it might be worth it to upload it then, say, private or unlisted, do your editing if you have to use the YouTube built-in editor. And then once that editing is saved and processed, download the video, then re-upload it public so that you get the correct closed captions. So
cool.
I'll always figure out a way around. There's a workaround for just about everything. Almost.
Yeah, that's for sure. And just do it. Just start doing it, and it'll become clear to you, these little idiosyncrasies of the interface, what it does, what it doesn't do automatically. It doesn't take long for it to kind of figure it out. Jim says, I was thinking more like taking the video and edit it offline, then repost. Yep. You mean if you repost it back to YouTube, it'll treat it as a brand new video and do all the things that it would normally do to a new video.
Right.
Oh, show.
Well, Jim Dockerel is up in Canada, and he says, I don't understand what I'm saying when I play the video back anyway, so what's the point? Well, you're in Canada. The official languages of Canada are English and French, so get on it.
Okay, come on, Jim. Can't help you there. If it's not making sense to you as you speak it, then...
You don't have to like it. Your audience does.
That's true. That's true. Always put yourself in the mind of the person watching. Fun stuff.
English and French with a tinge of Tim Hortons. More than a tinge, John. More than a tinge.
English and French with a tinge of Tim. Yeah. Those Canadians, they know about coffee and languages. Good stuff.
So that was it on that, and it literally, as you saw, the hardest part is editing the closed captions, because that does take time, especially if you're like me. I make long tutorial videos because I'm trying to teach people how to run software, and so as a result, my longest video is right at 59 minutes long.
Mark, that's crazy.
So imagine going back and editing the closed captions on that. It was an all-day affair.
There's a website called Rev, R-E-V. They'll do your closed captions for you for $1.25 a minute. So
okay, now multiply $1.25 a minute times 59. Then figure out how much revenue that video needs to generate before it pays for itself.
Yeah. See, that's why you got to be like me and do 6-minute videos.
Well, if I could, I would, believe me. But I don't know. Changes are coming. We'll see what'll happen.
I mean, your channel is it's not like most in that you're doing educational videos that need to be long explanations, long demos to grasp and understand the material that you're presenting. And I'm telling you what, YouTube loves it. YouTube loves when people are on their platform, not leaving their platform. And what a way to capture them. Mark's 30-minute long videos. And I bet you people are watching most of the video all the way through. Double bonus.
And it's not just long videos. It's having a series of videos starting from the basics and having 50 videos in that series.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're hooked on videos 1 and 2, you've got them.
Yeah.
If they like your style. I'm not for everybody, and I know probably half of the people who watch my videos are playing it at 1.25 or 1.5 times speed. But I'm fine with that, so long as they learn the material.
You get the watch time and you get the view.
Nothing warms my heart more than to see some guy, especially an elderly gentleman, which I got to tell you, I'm a hit in the 55 and older crowd. Somebody who thought that they could not do this send me a picture or post on Facebook a picture of their project, and it's like, thank you, I didn't think I could do this. And it's like, dude, you knocked it out of the park. I mean, people are doing some gorgeous stuff, and It's just great. I love it.
You hit on a concept that's pretty profound, which is not surprising coming from Mark Lindsay CNC, because he'll deny it, but he's super smart. He's wicked smart.
Yeah, I just know what didn't work, and I try to. When you eliminate the stuff that doesn't work, you're left with what does work.
Exactly.
And I'm fully supported by note taking. There's no way this memory would remember all this stuff. And dirty little secret, one of the reasons I make videos is so I have some place to go when I'm trying to do something I haven't done for a year. How did I do that? I can go get the video and go, that's how I did that.
It's a permanent record. Now, the thing you
you
quickly mentioned was a series of videos, and the mindset is success on YouTube is in your next video. It's in your catalog of video. You try and separate yourself from the, I want this video to go viral, and I want this one video to blow up, and this one video. That's not how you play YouTube. It's keeping them on your channel, going through your back catalog, teasing them about what's coming. That's the way you get success.
It's posting consistently. Pick a schedule and stick with it. If you don't think you can do it once a week, don't start once a week. Do every 2 weeks, do once a month, whatever, but do it consistently.
Yeah, for sure.
Promote off platform. Hit every social media site and group that won't kick you out for doing it. But, and here's the other important one, interact with that audience in those other groups, and not just on your videos. I'm in about a dozen CNC router groups, and I'm in all of them for a little while. I don't have a lot of time, but I'm in for a little while. And if somebody posts something that I think looks nice, I'm right in there talking to them, or I'm answering questions, or I'm asking questions of my own. Because when you develop a rapport with your viewers, they are more likely to click a link if they consider you a buddy or an
viewers or community members, people that might not be viewers, but you're interacting with in the community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're just the guy who drops a link and doesn't come back until he's got another link to drop, you're going to get passed by. But if you have been interacting with these people, they're more likely to watch. So it's not a guarantee. There are no guarantees in life, but I found that it works for me.
Yep. So true. So true. Mark, you are a wealth of knowledge. I'm thrilled that you jumped on here to share this with the All Things YouTube audience. I want to see it, folks. Do it. I want to see 4 other languages other than English on your videos.
It's easy to do.
And do it. Do it for a while, and then a couple weeks from now, let us know what the difference is, because I'm sure there will be some. Excellent. All right. Are there any other questions for Mark Lindsay CNC? Oh,
yeah, I got nothing to hide. Ask me anything. That's okay.
Jim Bashir says, I loved your star vid yesterday. That was the flag, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did the 50 star union for a U.S. flag. And then in the live stream, I fixed an error that I made in that video. So if you saw the video but didn't go watch the live stream, Jim, you only got 2/3 of the story.
Oh, see? Look at that. I dig it.
And I got to give a shout out to a guy we both know, Dave Gatton. He gave me the idea of doing the live streams, and it was kind of a mistake on his part, but he saw that I was going live. I didn't have a video for that week, so if I don't have a video, I go live and explain why I don't have a video and then just take questions. Well, he thought what I did was put out a video, then I was going to do a live Q&A on that video. So he gave me the idea to do that. I thought, man, that's a great idea, because I always got email questions about the video.
That's what I love about this community,
folks, I'm telling you, it works. I post a video, it goes live at 7:30 in the morning Eastern on Sunday. Then at 3 p.m. Eastern that same Sunday, I do a live Q&A session and people ask me questions about that video or anything else. And it depends, anywhere between 90 and 115 active viewers in the chat, active watching it.
That's substantial. That's a lot of viewers.
That's a lot of watch time. That's a lot of views. That's a lot of ideas. I harvest ideas for videos from that chat crowd. They don't know it, but they're feeding me ideas for next week's video. And I love it. I got some of the greatest viewers on YouTube, I'm here to tell you. And I owe them a lot.
See, that's what
So,
great. That's what's great when you get rolling. Everything you do probably has more than one benefit of you doing it.
mhm.
You're going live, helping your channel with the statistics, also getting
Mhm.
ideas. Boom.
Yeah, yeah,
You launch a Patreon channel, put a poll up in Patreon, boom, ideas and feedback. You know,
yeah.
it gets fun. It gets fun when things start working. I was on Clubhouse. I don't know if you have that app, Clubhouse. It's a
No.
all audio app where you connect with rooms and you speak on stage with a group of other people about a topic. It's taken the interwebs by storm. But I did a little thing and I was like, hey, allthingsyoutube.com. I stream here, blah, 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 blah. And I got this course, do this, that. Sign up on my course. Within 5 minutes of me saying that, I'm like, oh, I did marketing and I saw the result. Like, it's kind of cool that, you can see as you put out these calls to action, people picking it up. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, who we got
Greg,
here?
the Snow Crusher, wanting to know what am
Snow
I
Crusher.
doing here?
Welcome.
I'm just here to take up space, Greg.
Oh, John Ventrini, Clubhouse, not to be confused with Roadhouse. Yeah, you'll get kicked in the face if it's the Roadhouse app.
Yeah.
Glad you're here, Snow Crusher. Yeah, yeah. Slap like now if you like Mark Lindsay and or myself. I don't know what to say.
Or both of us. I don't sing. I don't dance. There's literally no end to the things I don't do.
If you like both of us, do 3 clicks on the like button.
There you go. We can take this on the road.
Okay, folks, I think we're going to wrap up the show here. Thank you for playing along. I have a podcast now, if you can believe it. If you go to podcast.allthingsyoutube.com, I'm on 6 different platforms. The Google podcast is a little jacked up because my RSS feed isn't perfect, apparently, but it's there. That's fun. So I'm going to start doing that. What else am I doing? Go find me on Brenda G's Designs channel. We're going to have a show this Thursday. Let me get that link. Oh my gosh, if I know how to use a computer. So many windows, so many buttons.
Well, if you don't know how to use a computer, I know a fellow that does tutorials.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a site called YouTube that's really good for that. Oh, I've jacked you all up over here. Oh my gosh, you're not even in the window anymore. Oh man,
I didn't move. I'm still here.
I know. I am just. Good Lord. All right.
Help.
I'm opening my doc. I'm copying the mind equals blown link. Oh, all this for a link. There you go. The link is in the description. Oh my God, this is horrible. What is happening? I don't know.
The password is train wreck.
There, this is my, get rid of that. Where's Mark? There you are. Jeez Louise. Okay, so this is next week's show. This is the 18th. Go ahead and click that link and choose set reminder. Choose set reminder on all of these. Yeah, Mark is hiding from the icon search. Yeah. I'm telling you what, having a guest on the show increases the complexity of the production, but I'm thrilled to have you on here, and I'm glad I got through it. I think I did a good job.
I think you did too, and thank you very, very much for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I mean, I give Matt a hard time out in the chat sometimes, but I think he knows it's all out of love. I don't have a malicious bone in my body. It's all fun and games until someone loses an eye.
I love having people watch my back and point out things that I say I do these things. Mark catches me when I don't. He's like, I don't see an affiliate link for that.
That's right.
So he slaps my hand.
And then this is inside baseball. And then I sent him a link to a video where a guy broke down the income from his YouTube channel because he made double the revenue on affiliate links that he did on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's here in this group. You got to watch the video Mark posted to my group. And it was a maker channel, so if there's any makers out there, I have this channel too. It was, I loved it. It was very clear. It was probably, like you said, it's probably the best video breaking down the income streams. I'm like, yeah, that was really, really good. He did it.
It was really good, and it was 100% transparency too. I mean, the guy really went above and beyond, and showing the different revenue streams rather.
That's the thing about YouTube, multiple revenue streams.
Mm-hmm.
And don't wait for AdSense. I mean, a lot of people are waiting for AdSense before they make it. You can pull big time bucks through other sources.
Exactly right. You can start earning an income without being monetized. It's all a big circle. YouTube to drive people to your website to drive people to YouTube, and any of your other social media, and all of them drive people to those affiliate links.
I have Brenda on my side. Look at that nice comment she put there. It's her life's ambition to point out Matt's shortcomings. Wait a minute. I'm just kidding. Was that Shop Nation, Mark or Ryan?
Yes, it was Ryan Ballard. It certainly was. It was Shop Nation. Yeah. Excellent channel. I subscribed.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah. I wasn't subscribed before, but I'm subscribed now. Okay. We're going to jump off. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being awesome. Catch me here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Mark, thanks again. You're awesome, brother. Where can they find you? Mark Lindsay CNC on the YouTubes.
Yes, Mark Lindsay CNC on YouTube. MarkLindsayCNC.com, sponsored by Harneal Media. And I do a weekly podcast with my partner in crime, Eloy Escojedo. That is the Trampled Underfoot podcast. You can find us here on YouTube. We record on Tuesday evenings. Trampled Underfoot Podcast. And TrampledUnderfootPodcast.com, sponsored by Harneal Media. And Steve gets around, I'm telling you.
This is Mark's channel, so go ahead and click that in the chat, and it's also in the description of this video. See, Mark? I'll hook you up, brother.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. The podcast we do is two guys talking about life, the universe, and everything. We don't have a theme. We never know what we're going to talk about.
You've racked up a lot of those. How many have you done so far?
We are uploading episode 125 to go out to the audio world tonight.
Amazing.
And that will go live in the morning, and we'll record episode 126 tomorrow evening. 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, here on YouTube.
I love it. All right, we're going to wrap it up here, folks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Stay awesome. And find me in the group if you have any questions throughout the week. And Mark sometimes answers questions there too. So
yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit more brave. I believe in, getting to know people before you drop to the ground and fake a seizure. So.
Free life advice. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Good night. Take care, everyone.